So just before I started my channel, I was doing a bit of streaming. One of my favorite games to play is not even a game really, but a simulator. Football Manager is a highly detailed and immersive simulation video game series that puts players in the role of a football club's manager. The game allows players to manage every aspect of their chosen club, from tactics and team selection to transfers and training. So my most recent save, I played with a club that is very sentimental to my heart. The first time I had ever visited Europe, I was on a university study abroad program where I got to spend a month in historic Venice. Nostalgically, I regard Venezia as one of my favorite places on this planet. So I decided to run a Football Manager save with Venezia FC. I won't get too deep into the details, but know this. I made it to the year 2045 before retiring and won the SerieA, and I made it to the Champions League final 3 times with Venice. That long-winded introduction was for me to basically say I love Venezia Football Club and I am so fired up that they were promoted this year. I was planning on doing this video right when they were promoted, but I had some other scheduling conflicts. So here we are. Can fashion propel a club into SerieA? Let's talk about the history, recent success, and future outlook of one of my favorite clubs, Venezia FC. If you want to be one of my favorite clubs, then I suggest joining the 434 Bucksters and sub to the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Venezia Football Club was founded on December 14th, 1907 in Venice by about 20 enthusiasts. This club emerged from the merger of 2 Venetian sports clubs, the Martial Gymnastics Society and Constantino Ryer. The historic founding took place at the restaurant De Nan in Corte dell'Orso, near Campo San Bartolomeo. Among the founders were notable figures like David Fano, the first president. In its early years, Venezia's matches were played in the pine forest of St. Elena. The club's first match was on December 22, 1907 against Vicenza, ending in a 1-1 draw. By 1909, Venezia had made its debut in Italy's top division, the Italian Football Championship. Venezia's home stadium is located on the island of St. Elena, first opened in 1913. The Stadio Pierluigi Penzo is the second oldest stadium in Italy, just behind Genoa's Stadio Luigi Ferraris. Named after Pierluigi Penzo, a historic World War I pilot, this stadium is more than just a football ground. It's a piece of history. In April 1919, Venezia merged with Aurora FBC and was renamed Associazione Calcio Venezia. Despite facing relegation in the 1921-22 season, Venezia returned to top-tier football in the 1926-27 season. However, the club's fortunes fluctuated and it faced several challenges, including relegation to Serie B in the late 1920s. In the summer of 1930, Venezia was renamed Società Sportiva Serenissima, and the club's colors were changed to red, featuring the Lion of St. Mark. Despite the name and the color changes, the club struggled, even facing relegation to Serie C in the mid-1930s. The 1938-39 season marked a turning point as Venezia earned promotion to Serie A. This period saw the emergence of key players like Valentino Mazzola and Ezio Loic. The 1940-41 season brought the club its first major trophy, the Coppa Italia. Venezia's highest league finish came in the 1941-42 season, where they finished 3rd in Serie A. Post-World War II, the club struggled with financial instability and fluctuating performances, leading to relegations and promotions between Serie A, B, and C. The 1960 and 61 season saw a brief return to Serie A, celebrated with a grand procession of gondolas, but the club was relegated again in 1962-63. Following a series of relegations in the late 1960s, Venezia languished in the lower tiers of Italian football throughout the 1970s and 80s. The club faced continuous financial difficulties and struggled to regain its former glory. In 1987, businessman Maurizio Zamparini acquired the club and merged it with AC Mestre, creating Calcio Venezia Mestre, later named Associazione Calcio Venezia. The colors were changed back to orange, black, and green, and home matches were moved to Stadio Francesco Baracca in Mestre. Under Zamparini, Venezia achieved promotion to Serie B in the 1990-91 season. The club returned to Stadio Pierluigi Penzo in Venice and experienced a remarkable period of success, culminating in a promotion to SerieA in the 1997-98 season. Key players like Filippo Maniero and alvarorecoba played crucial roles during this period. However, the club's fortunes waned, and by the early 2000s, Venezia faced relegations and financial turmoil once again. Zamparini's exit in 2002 led to a massive transfer of players to Palermo, and the club was declared bankrupt by 2005. Oof, this is brutal. In 2005, the club was refounded as Società Sportiva Calcio Venezia, and then later renamed Football Club Union Venezia. Despite facing multiple bankruptcies, the club managed to achieve promotions from the lower tiers of Italian football, maintaining its presence and spirit. This is where things get good for Venezia. And I mean crazy good. And I'm not just talking about the American investors. I think it is what it is, but the success that they had from 2015 on is incredible. In 2015, a group of American investors led by attorney Joe Tacopina acquired the club, refounding it as Venezia FC. Under new management, Venezia achieved promotion from Serie D to Serie C. The appointment of Filippo Inzaghi as manager in 2016 was a pivotal moment, leading the club to win Serie C and earn promotion to Serie B in the 2016-17 season. The 2017-18 season saw Venezia finish 5th in Serie B, narrowly missing out on promotion to Serie A. In 2020, former New York Stock Exchange CEO Duncan Niederauer took over as president, and the club rebuilt its technical staff. In the 2020-21 season, Venezia finished 5th in Serie B and won the promotion playoff, securing their long-awaited return to Serie A after 19 years. This achievement marked a rapid rise from Serie D to Serie A in just 5 years. This feat rarely happens. This, of course, had to be celebrated with a parade on the Grand Canal. This is about the time that Venezia also began marketing itself as the most fashionable football club on earth. And if you look at the models wearing the jerseys, they aren't wrong. This attempt to make Venezia a worldwide brand is a great tactic, and hopefully one that pays off for the success of their club at the highest levels. For the 2022-23 Serie B season, Venezia appointed Ivan Javorčić as manager. To bolster their squad, they brought in former Bayer Leverkusen striker Joel Pagimpalo and former Brescia goalkeeper Jesse Jordan, aiming for a swift return to Serie A. However, the season began slowly, and on the 31st of October 2022, after securing only 2 wins in their first 12 league matches and languishing near the bottom of the table, Javorčić was dismissed. Paolo Vanoli, a former assistant of Antonio Conte, was brought in as his replacement. Under Vanoli's leadership, the team improved significantly, finishing the season in 8th place. Pagimpalo was a standout performer, scoring 19 in Serie B and helping Venezia get to the promotion playoffs. Unfortunately, their promotion hopes were dashed by Cagliari, who eliminated them from the playoffs. If we take a look at this season, things happened entirely different for Venezia. The 23-24 season was a remarkable journey, led by their manager Vanoli. Venezia started out hot, not losing a game until week 7. That loss was short-lived, as they went on to win a Serie B high 5 matches in a row shortly after that. Venezia very rarely looked outclassed, and were in the automatic promotion spots almost half of the time. A strong run by Como and a couple of missed opportunities like the final match day in Spezia, where Venezia dropped an early lead, which would have saw them promoted automatically. Either way, that didn't happen though, and the team showcased their prowess in Serie B, finishing an impressive 3rd place. This strong performance earned them a spot in the promotion playoffs, where they did not lose a single game, and they cruised past Palermo and Cremonese. Promoted again, back in Serie A, led by the Serie B leading goal scorer Joel Pagimpalo with 22 goals. Jesse Jordan had the second most clean sheets in Serie B with 13. Venezia had a remarkable year and were rewarded with promotion. After being relegated in 2021, it seems Venezia has learned from the hardship and will hopefully be in Serie A to stay. Going forward, I think I can use some of my football manager expertise to give insight to what's needed. And hey, there are some professional managers right now in the top 5 leagues who have gotten their practice and were hired due to the skills that they have honed through Football Manager. Just saying. I also will say, we did win Serie A in 2035. I think it's really important to retain value in the squad. Try to sell players who are overperforming to buy young, up-and-coming players with low number release clauses. Like, for instance, what Chelsea just did with Marc Giroud from Barcelona, for example. I think the core of this team is solid, particularly in the midfield, and I'm so excited to see how Busio and Tessman pair going forward into the future. This team can stay in Serie A, and if they do, they will have to expand their stadium. The current number of seats at Stadio Pierluigi Penzo is under the minimum Serie A requirement of 16,000. Plus, the more seats, the more people who will pay to watch the team in person, increasing bankroll and allowing for Venezia to continue to solidify itself as a Serie A team. One unfortunate thing is that Venezia had Paolo Vanoli poached by Torino. Although, Venezia spent little time in hiring Eusebio Di Francesco. While Di Francesco has been majorly successful in the past with Sassuolo and Roma, since then, it has been one-off stints resulting in his dismissal. I am personally going to have the outlook that Di Francesco is going to be the guy who took Roma to the Champions League semifinals, where he just narrowly lost 7-6 on aggregate to Liverpool, rather than his stints at rivals Hellas Verona or Frosinone. Either way, promotion leads to all sorts of possibilities in the top flight. Venezia's recent success is a shining example of perseverance and ambition. The club's incredible journey from Serie D to Serie A in just 5 years is nothing short of extraordinary. Under the astute management of Filippo Inzaghi, followed by the inspiring leadership of Paolo Vanoli, Venezia has not only regained its top-flight status, but has done so with style and determination. As Venezia prepares for their return to Serie A, the club's strategic focus on retaining valuable players and investing in young talent will be crucial. The recent appointment of Eusebio Di Francesco as the new manager brings hope and excitement given his past successes. The recent achievements of Venezia are a testament to the club's indomitable spirit and the unwavering support of its fans. Hopefully, Venezia's fashion is here to stay, and if it is, the sky's the limit for the club. Here's to celebrating their remarkable rise and looking forward to a new, bright future in Serie A. Forza Venezia!